I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
The suspense is rising. The excitement is building. Sean Connery, Wesley Snipes. In the most thrilling motion picture of the year. From the #1 bestseller. Rising Sun, July 30th. Rated R.
You know what I'm sitting here thinking of? I know this is based on a Michael Crichton novel, but what this really reminds me, if you took Black Rain with Michael Douglas and made it shitty, boring, dull, and shitty, I could never get into this film. And I love Sean Connery. I love Wesley Snipes. I like Tia Carrera, who's in this. You got Harvey Keitel. You got Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa. But I could never get into this film. Now, this is a Patreon request for Buck City. Thank you so much. If anybody watching this is ever interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, you can either do so by sending a request directly to my PayPal or as part of my Patreon. Links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. But Rising Sun, I guess they went, well, Steven Spielberg, around this time, he's adapted a Michael Crichton novel, Jurassic Park. That's going to be big because it's Steven Spielberg. What other Michael Crichton stuff do we have? Oh, Rising Sun. Wesley Snipes is a cop. Sean Connery is his Japanese expert. They team up to work the murder case of this call girl. I always found it weird that Sean Connery's character is John Connor. I shit you not. If you want to know who John Connor is, who's going to fight the resistance, he's fucking James Bond. I know this because it's in this movie. His name is John Connor. So yeah, I always found out he's John Connor. Sean Connery versus Arnold, the Terminator. James Bond versus the Terminator. I'll see that. Can't be worse than fucking Dark Fate. But John Connor's character is John Connor. But they're working together, and of course they don't trust each other. A little bit of that buddy cop thing. Harvey Keitel's another cop who's a bit racist to the Japanese. Some stuff that was funny is there's a piece of dialogue. They're looking for video footage. It's on their next generation Laserdisc. This is the time where Laserdisc was a really fucking futuristic technology. So it's not on, no, it's on the next generation Laserdisc. I'm sure nowadays people are like, what the fuck is a Laserdisc? It's a laser dick. What's a laser dick? I don't know, ask my friend Mike, OCP. He'll tell you what a laser dick is. Inside joke. But Laserdisc. Other people recognize Stan Shaw as a security guy who's talking with Wesley Snipes and going, must be nice to fuck the lawyers. They've always been fucked by one. Stan Shaw, I remember he was in Snake Eyes. He was in Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. He was the... Did you call the security guy that is trapped under the water and they're trying to get him out? Stallone and the others. And he was the guy who was going to get married. So because of that, that was his death note. You don't get married in a disaster movie, you're going to die. But yeah, it's just this very boring murder case that it seems that it gets to a point it doesn't know where the fuck it wants to go. And it's slow, and it's boring, and it's over 2 hours long. And I don't see where the excitement is supposed to come from of this mystery and story. And so the only excitement, it deals with either inside political notes of organizations like Marco Khan, or senators that are getting blackmailed, like Ray Wise's character. I like Ray Wise as an actor. Or people who you think are dead, but they fake their death, like Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa's character, which we get to see him sing karaoke earlier in the film. Tia Carrera, who she doesn't come in till like halfway through the film as a tech girl. And it seems like the movie's trying to put all this shit together. Maybe it was a long novel, and because it's such a long novel, they try to fit that into 2 hours. It doesn't work because, oh, we got Wesley Snipes and his domestic problems that you don't give a fuck and don't lead too much of nowhere. Okay, is he gonna fall in love with Tia Carrera and the end? Okay, they don't really have much of a chemistry with each other. Why is Steve Buscemi here as a reporter who wants some dirt on these cops and is talking about how, oh, well, Wesley Snipes, did he take the money? Did he take the money? And then he confesses to Sean Connery, yeah, I took the money. But then nothing really comes of him taking the money. Nothing really comes of him doing that. It doesn't really get worked out in the end. Sometimes, I swear, it makes it seem as if Harvey Keitel is going to be a villain, but then he never does. It seems like he's going to be a dirty cop, but then that never happens, unless it did, and I fucking blanked out because I was too fucking bored, and my mind went to Black Rain with Michael Douglas and be like, that's a better movie dealing with Japanese and cops and the politics of, yeah. Can I just watch Black Rain again with Ridley Scott? And this is directed by Philip Kaufman. This is the guy who did the 70s Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think he was out of his element in this. Sean Connery, Wesley Snipes, they do the best that they can. I think they needed a better story. They needed a more focus on where the fuck the story was going. It really does seem like the movie's just wandering. Like floundering around like a fucking fish, wanting to breathe. Put it back in the fucking water so it can live. You're dying. No, you're dead. And then you think it's this, then you think it's this, then you're thinking this. And then you just don't give a fuck anymore. You think it's Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa. No, it's... Funny enough, it's kind of how I put it, kind of an early version of Deepfake where the footage has been doctored, and she even shows a crude version where she puts Sean Connery's head on Wesley Snipes' body and Wesley Snipes' head on Sean Connery's body. I did a crude version, but this is like a more trying to be more finesse version. You think it's Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa? No, it's Ray Wise. He did it. No, he didn't do it. Someone else did it. Well, maybe he did it. Maybe it's someone else did it. Maybe it's someone who just took the fall. It's not even that much of a satisfying ending. Because the guy they think they did it runs off. Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery chase after him. They get in a fight with some guys. The guys only brought up the fight because it was a stall tactic. So then the friends of Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa, who's been killed earlier, throws the guy overboard into his death in cement. So it's not even that satisfying. Especially then Tia Carrera goes, "Are you sure it was the guy?" I mean, sometimes someone will take the fall for a higher up. It's like, and then Wesley Snipes, they go, and I think Harvey Keitel is there, and they go, "You're on a paid leave of absence." So is he going to have a job anymore? Is he not going to have a job anymore? Is he going to be arrested? Are they going to do more with this bribery thing? What happened to Steve Buscemi's character? This reporter, he like popped in, then he disappeared. That's what I'm talking about. And if you're going, I mean, you got Sean Connery, James Bond, The Rock. I mean, The Rock was after this, but you got Wesley Snipes. This is around the time he's doing Passenger 57, which is a movie I've grown to enjoy and quite like. Always bet on black. This movie, Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes are wasted. In such just, I think they could work well together. But a mystery that, again, seems like it doesn't even know where the fuck it wants to go. And it's taking fucking forever to get there. Because the shit I told you doesn't seem like it should take over 2 hours to do. Like, who the fuck shot Wesley Snipes? Granted, he was wearing a bulletproof vest, but who the fuck shot him? And almost killed him. I still don't know who the fuck did it. And it just never comes up to a satisfying result. The music I thought was laughable at times. The very way it begins is like someone going, "Oh, ow," like a Japanese cat call. "Ooh, ow." Watch the very beginning of Rising Sun, and that's the first noise you hear. Oh, and even at the end, when Wesley Snipes is given the "fuck me, gonna fuck you" eyes to Tia Carrera as she's entering the building and he's sitting in his car, and then you hear Sean Connery's voice go, "Kobai" or "Komai," whatever the fuck his name for his as student. It's just like a weird sound mix. What was that even supposed to be? Sean Connery going, "Don't fuck that woman, Wesley Snipes. No jungle fever for you in this movie." Or "Don't fuck this woman I know." Because she's living in the building Sean Connery's living. So what's their relationship? What's their... You never know. She's asked, I think. She doesn't answer. And so Wesley Snipes looks at her. And then you hear Sean Connery voice Komao, whatever the fuck it was in Japanese. And then fade to black. And it's like, what the fuck? It just... I think this movie's a fucking mess. A lot of people seem to like it. I think Sean Connery's done a shitload better. I think Wesley Snipes has done a shitload better. Wesley Snipes? Hell, I'd rather watch The Art of War, for fuck's sake. Blade 2, White Man Can't Jump, Major League, Passenger 57. Hell, Dolomite's by Name. For Sean Connery, most of the James Bond films he's in I'd rather watch than this. The Rock. Hell, I'd rather watch Entrapment over this. Well, I'm not sure about that one. Entrapment I have to think about for a bit. But I'd rather watch a Leader Extraordinary Gentleman than this. Yes, I said it. Because I don't think the film is that fucking bad. It's not that great, but it's not that fucking bad. This... It needed a better script for its mystery. It needed more focus. Take away the fucking bribe shit. Take away the fucking domestic hoopla, Wesley Snipes. Take away the fucking Steve Buscemi. Bring in Tia Carrera's character a little bit earlier so you get a bit more of a chemistry between the two. Have better music. Like if you had strong music, like Black Rain has great fucking music. Black Rain. Have a great score like that in this movie. No. Hell, you want to watch Michael Crichton? Go watch Runaway with Tom Selleck. Much better movie than this, in my opinion. Multiple others. Again, just my opinion. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.